Good afternoon. Welcome to Social Studies for March 1st. And we are going to do something very fun today. We're going to do a Bible jam, but I need to, sorry, not a Bible jam, a group jam where we're going to work together. So the only thing that you need to do for me so that I know you're watching this video is I need you to have mom, well, actually, just raise your hand. You're watching this video? Raise your hand. Yay, I'm watching this video. All right. We're doing a group jam today. You won't need to write anything down. It's just a fun. And oh, that's not the one of it. Let's pull up a brand new jam here. Let's pull up, let's see. There it is. There's my new jam. This is what we want to pull up today. And this jam is going to be about the settling of New York. And let's see if we can find our, nope. I wonder if I took it down. I may have taken it down. I think I did. Give me a minute to pull it up. Sure. None was in here. There it is. Okay, let me pull this up. And we're going to cross our fingers and hope this works, okay? This is the page that we just read about the middle colonies, the settling of New York and New Jersey. And this was the page we read and we learned about, let me give you some clues, some skimming. When you skim a text, you just look over part of the text for important information or to help you remember. This is a good study strategy. Okay, we've got the year here, 1609, so that's kind of important. And then the colonists at Jamestown were settling into life in the New World. The Pilgrims and the Puritans were still living in Europe, excuse me. A man named Henry Hudson, he's going to be a pretty big one, was exploring. He was working for a country called the Netherlands. All right. Hudson sailed along the American coast. He found a river that took him farther into the continent. Hudson claimed the region around the river for the Netherlands. The river came to be called the Hudson River after him. We learned about the Dutch colonists over there and the island of Manhattan. So we have Dutch colonists. The Dutch are people from the Netherlands. Manhattan. The Peter Minuit, the governor. And if you remember what happened, the Netherlands was not the only country that claimed the region. England claimed the region too. So the English king's brother, the Duke of York, sent warships to Manhattan, but the Dutch did not want to fight. So then what happened? They gave it to the Duke of York. They gave it to the English and he called it New York. Okay, so this is what we're going to do a jam on today. Let's go back and new share. Okay, we need to do a new share, and we're going to call this the settling of New York. So let's get a sticky note out. Let's do pink today. And we'll write, you don't have to do anything at all. This is just a group jam, and we're just having fun with it. All right. My page up here. All right. Settling of New York. This is our jam for today. Okay. Yeah. Over in our jam, we have the settling of New York and how it was settled. Who was living in New York very first? Who was living there? The Indians were living there, right? Then who discovered New York? Who came there exploring? Do you remember his name? His name was Henry Hudson. I'm going to try something new right here. It says pause share, and I'm going to, Miss Hurley gave me this idea, so we're going to try it. I'm going to pause my share, and hopefully you are just looking at this page of the settling of New York. While I look for something different, I need to do an internet search. We'll see if we can get this to come up. I'm not sure it will. Oh, it is going to work. Yay! Hopefully you can hear me, but not see me on here. Let's try browsing. Let's see if we can get a good picture. Oh, image search, that's what I want. Henry. Oh. Let's see if we can find a picture of Henry Hudson. Ha 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 ha! Google is so great. Hopefully it loads. I'll resume my share so you can see what's going on. I found a picture of Henry Hudson that I'm trying to load onto this, and we're waiting for it to load and hoping it loads. So give it just a minute. We'll see if it'll work for us. There he is. Here's a picture of Henry Hudson. This was the guy. All right. Here is Henry Hudson. Okay, maybe we need to give him a text box here. Right here. His name, Henry Hudson. Okay. So where was Henry Hudson from? Do you remember? He was from the Netherlands, right? The Netherlands. Let's see if we can find a flag of the Netherlands. So let me pull this up, pause my share, and I'm going to go back and do another image search. And let's change this to doing this on a pause because you never know what you get on the internet. You have to be very careful. So let's see what we get. Perfect. Perfect. Resume my share. You can see that. What I've pulled up is a Dutch flag. Okay. Henry Hudson was from the Netherlands. Let's do a text box that tells us that. Put it here. Netherlands. Okay. All right. So I'm put that right here. Now, we said that this area was also claimed by somebody else, another country. Do you remember what country that was? That was England. And so a representative of England sent warships over to the area. At this time, it was called, what was it called, New Netherlands. So let me put, let's get a little flag up here. Let's do it on a sticky. New, New Netherlands is what they call the area. Okay. So let's move Henry over here. Put a flag over here. Put the Netherlands over here. This was called New Netherlands. Okay. Get bigger. Okay. There's New Netherlands. That's what they called it. But the other person's name was what? Do you remember? The Duke of York. So let's find, oh. I didn't want to do that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to pause my share, and then I want to come up here and find a picture of the Duke of York. Let's see what we get. Oh, in 16, what did we say, 1609? So we would have to be the first Duke of York. Let's see what we can get here. And slow, but it's doing stuff. There we go. Here he is. Perfect. Oh, you guys are going to love this. Let's take this one. Oh, this is so much fun. Miss Hurley, mwah, can't thank you enough. Here is the Duke of York. Okay, he's right over here. And let's give him a text box. He is the Duke. Text box. The Duke of York. And where was the Duke of York from? That's right, England. Let's see if we can find an English flag. I'm still going to pause this because it never hurts. You want to be very careful when you're searching the internet. Take this out. Here we go. All right. Got the English flag. And there's a text box here. What did they call the colony? Oh boy, I can't even remember. What did they call it? New York? New York. Oh, I think it was called New York, or they called it right there. Hang on just a second. Let me see if we can do a fancy share over here. Pull up. Duke of York. And there you go. New York, that's right. Okay, let's come back. Always good to check your facts, isn't it? So, another sticky. All right. So, if you remember, the Henry Hudson settled and claimed the land for New Netherlands, or for the Dutch. There's a Dutch flag, and they called it New Netherlands. Well, England also said it was theirs. And so the Duke of York, who was kind of the head of that, called it New York. And they had a big fight. So the Duke of York sent some ships over to New Netherlands, and he was going to do battle for the territory, for the land. But what happened? What did the Dutch say? Do you remember? The Dutch went, oh, no, 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 wait a minute. It's all good. It's all good. You can have it. So when they got in their little battle right here, let's put a textbook right here. It says versus. They did. It was New York and Henry Hudson, or I'm sorry, New Netherlands and Henry Hudson for the Dutch versus the Duke of York, calling it New York and fighting for England to have it. Who was the winner? Duke of York said, I'm sending ships over, we're going to take it. Henry Hudson said, whoa, whoa, you can have it, it's all good. So who was the winner? New York. Let's see if we can get a prize on there. Okay, so here's our prize. Who gets our prize? Let's see. There we go. Here's our prize. Who gets the prize? Who got it? Who won? Yay! New York won. The Duke of York. New York was the official title of the land because the Duke of York won it for England. Way, way fun. Wasn't that a fun jam today? That was a fun group jam. We had a great time with that. Thank you for being here with this group jam. Cross your fingers that it all videotaped right. I will see you next class for Bible.